Some games aren't just fun, they're unforgettable. They pull you in from the very first moment, making you lose track of time and leaving memories you'll carry for years. From massive open worlds you can get lost in, to stories so good they could be blockbuster movies, and gameplay that feels like pure magic. These titles are the reason we love gaming. This list isn't just about popularity. It's about the games that deliver an experience so perfect, you simply can't afford to skip them. Uncharted 4 throws you back into the boots of Nathan Drake, now retired but pulled back into the adventure game for one last wild ride. It kicks off with a reunion, a mystery, and a brother long thought dead, setting the stage for a globe-trotting treasure hunt full of danger and heart. From climbing ancient ruins in Madagascar to speeding through a chaotic chase on motorbikes, every scene feels like a blockbuster movie. It's packed with charm, witty banter, emotional moments, and some of the best action set pieces gaming has ever seen. If you love stories that mix adrenaline with heart, this one delivers big time. It receives a Metacritic score of 93. Next, we start with Batman: Arkham Knight, in which you step into the worn boots of Batman, as Gotham City teeters on the edge of chaos, its skyline lit by panic and the looming threat of Scarecrow's fear toxin. From your first glide off Wayne Tower to the roar of the Batmobile engine, chasing down deadly militia trucks, every moment feels epic and intense. The city's dark alleyways, neon-soaked rooftops, and abandoned subways invite you to explore every shadow and secret. Mix slick hand-to-hand combat with gadgets that turn the tide in a heartbeat, then race through flooded streets at breakneck speed. It's the ultimate rush for anyone who's ever dreamed of being the Dark Knight. It receives Metacritic score of 87. Days Gone, you step into the boots of Deacon St. John, a rugged drifter and former biker looking for his wife Sarah while surviving in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by feral creatures known as freakers. What starts as a gritty ride through chaos slowly unfolds into something deeper, a story about love, loss, and resilience in the face of total collapse. With his loyal bike and a battered sense of hope, Deacon navigates hostile camps, treacherous roads, and overwhelming hordes. Though it faced mixed reactions at launch, fans have come to appreciate its emotional core, tense survival gameplay, and the bond between man and machine in a world that's forgotten both. It received bad Metacritic score of 78, but later praised for being best game after launching in PC and PS5. In God of War Ragnarok, you play as Kratos, the once feared ghost of Sparta, now a father navigating the harsh realities of Norse mythology alongside his son Atreus. The game is praised for its deep emotional storytelling, stunning world design, and the evolving relationship between father and son. It builds on everything fans loved from the previous game and raises the stakes with gods, prophecies, and a looming war that threatens all realms. Kratos' struggle to break free from his violent past while guiding Atreus through destiny and danger makes this journey both powerful and unforgettable. It receives a Metacritic score of 94. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice puts you inside the mind of Senua, a Celtic warrior battling through a haunting, mythic world to save the soul of her lost love. From the start, it's clear this journey is unlike anything else. The voices in her head, the shifting reality around her, and the weight of grief make every step feel personal and heavy. What players love most is how deeply it pulls you into her struggle. The combat is intense but raw, the puzzles are surreal, and the entire experience feels like you're walking through her pain, strength, and determination. It's powerful, quiet, and unforgettable. It receives a Metacritic score of 81. The Last of Us Part 1 puts you in the shoes of Joel, a hardened survivor in a world that's completely fallen apart after a deadly outbreak. Right from the start, you feel the weight he carries: loss, anger, and a need to just keep going. But everything shifts when he's tasked with escorting Ellie, a young girl who might be the key to saving humanity. What makes this game a masterpiece isn't just the intense stealth and combat. It's the bond that slowly builds between two broken people. Every quiet moment, every fight, and every choice hits with real emotion. It receives a Metacritic score of 95, being masterpiece. The Telltale Walking Dead Definitive Series starts with you playing as Lee Everett, a man trying to survive the early days of the apocalypse while protecting a young girl named Clementine. Season 1 is all about building that bond, and it hits hard emotionally, as Lee becomes the father figure she never had. In Season 2, you step into Clementine's shoes as a colder world forces her to grow up fast, making decisions that no kid should ever face. Season 3 brings in a new playable character, Javier. Season 4 gives you full control of a teenage Clem, now looking after a young boy named AJ, just like Lee once looked after her. It receives the Metacritic score of 89, and personally this game's story makes even man cry. A PlagueTale Requiem puts you back in control of Amicia, a brave young girl doing everything she can to protect her little brother Hugo in a world that keeps falling apart around them. Right from the start, the bond between them feels real and fragile as they search for safety in a land still haunted by war, disease, and something far darker inside Hugo. What makes this game so loved is its emotional depth and beautiful storytelling. The stealth gameplay feels tense and personal, and every scene is filled with weight, heart, and the quiet strength of a sister who won't give up. It receives a Metacritic score of 82. Ghost of Tsushima begins with a brutal Mongol invasion, where you play as Jin Sakai, a samurai left for dead as his island burns around him. The intro throws you into a hopeless battle, where honor clashes with survival, and Jin is forced to question everything he was taught. What makes the game so loved is how it blends quiet beauty with intense action. Fields of flowers and bamboo forests are just as unforgettable as the sword duels. Jin's journey from noble warrior to the feared ghost is emotional, haunting, and full of tough choices that reshape not just him, but all of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima receives a Metacritic score of 84. Resident Evil 4 Remake drops you straight into tension as Leon S. Kennedy, now a hardened government agent, sent deep into a creepy European village to rescue the president's daughter. You're surrounded by villagers with axes and pitchforks. What fans love is how it blends horror and action so smoothly. The remake keeps the spirit of the original but adds tighter controls, smarter enemies, and a new mechanics every time encounter feels like a fight to survive. It received Metacritic score of 93. Cyberpunk 2077 kicks off with you choosing who your version of V is going to be, Street Kid, Corpo, or Nomad, and right from the start, you're thrown into Night City, a place that's loud, dirty, alive, and full of trouble. The opening sets the stage with you hustling for creds and climbing the ladder, eventually leading to a mission that goes completely sideways and puts a digital ghost, Johnny Silverhand, right in your head. What people love about this game is how deep the world feels, how reactive it is, and how much personality V brings to every choice. Whether you're sneaking, hacking, or blasting through enemies, it always feels like your story. Cyberpunk 2077 receives a Metacritic score of 86 just because of launch with bugs, but now the game is fixed and good. Alan Wake 2 tells the story of Alan, a writer trapped in a twisted, nightmarish dimension, and Saga Anderson, an FBI agent investigating a series of bizarre murders in the mysterious town of Bright Falls. Alan tries to escape by rewriting reality through his words, while Saga uncovers dark secrets tied to supernatural forces. The game blends psychological horror, intense storytelling, and haunting visuals to create a truly gripping experience. As the story progresses, both characters face terrifying enemies, shifting realities, and personal demons, but they keep fighting to uncover the truth and survive. Alan's desperate struggle and Saga's determination make them both unforgettable. What players love most about the game is its creepy atmosphere, deep narrative, and unique gameplay style. It was praised by fans and critics alike, but despite all the love, it missed out on winning Game of the Year. It receives Metacritic score of 89, making it perfect.